What if I told you that the 8 hours you spend sleeping every night could be the most underrated English classroom you've never used? What if the biggest mistake you're making in your English learning journey isn't studying too little? It's sleeping too much without purpose. Think about it. You spend about 8 hours sleeping every single night. That's 1/3 of your entire day. And most people think that during those 8 hours, nothing is happening. You're just asleep. But what if your brain is actually working harder during those 8 hours than almost any other time of day? And what if, stay with me here, what if you could use those 8 hours to dramatically improve your English skills without doing any extra work? I know, it sounds impossible. It sounds too good to be true. But stick with me for the next 20 minutes because I'm about to show you exactly how to turn your bedroom into a 24/7 English learning lab. And the best part? You won't have to wake up at 4 a.m., you won't have to study for extra hours, and you won't have to give up your free time. You just have to sleep, but in a smarter way. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Speakify, the English podcast. I'm Ross, and I'm so glad you're here. Whether you're listening on your commute, during lunch, or lying in bed right now, getting ready to sleep, this episode might change how you think about learning forever. Today, we're diving into something fascinating. Learning English while you sleep. And I know what you're thinking, Ross, that can't be real. Or, isn't that some kind of trick? Here's the truth. It's backed by real science, and it's working for thousands of learners around the world. By the end of this episode, you'll have a simple step-by-step system you can start tonight. So stay with me, because in just a minute, you'll discover what your brain is secretly doing while you sleep, and how you can make it work for you. Before we talk about how to learn English while sleeping, let's ask the real question. Why does this even work? Imagine this. You fall asleep, the world goes quiet, but inside your head, your brain turns into a 24-hour office tower. During the day, it's chaos, phones ringing, thoughts bouncing, meetings everywhere. That's your brain while awake, handling your messages, scrolling your phone, remembering names, and translating everything you see. But at night, something magical happens. The day shift clocks out, and the night shift walks in. They're not lazy. They're obsessed. They clean, sort, and organize. They look at everything you learned today and whisper, keep this, delete that. Scientists call this memory consolidation, but I call it your brain's secret filing system. Here's where it gets really interesting for English learners like us. Your sleep isn't one long dream, it's a staircase, and each step matters. Stage 1, light sleep, the lobby. You're half awake. Your brain still hears sounds, a door creak, a soft voice, even English words. This stage is your secret doorway. It's how new information can slip inside. Stage 2, deeper light sleep. Your brain starts organizing what you learned. That new English word you practiced earlier? It's under review. Should I keep this one? Stage 3, deep sleep. This is the vault. Your brain moves important words into long-term memory. The connections become permanent. This is where the magic happens. It's like your mind is paving new roads, turning fragile paths into solid highways. Stage 4, REM sleep. The dream stage. Your mind starts to rehearse what it knows. Yes, your brain literally practices language while you dream. But here's the million-dollar question. If your brain can hear during light sleep and organize language during deep sleep, what happens when you give it the right English to work with? That's exactly what researchers tested, and the results were shocking. People who listened to familiar English words during sleep remembered them way better than those who didn't. But, and this is critical, it only worked when they studied those words first while awake. You can't just play random podcasts all night and expect to wake up fluent. Your brain needs context first. Think of it this way. During the day, you build a dirt path through the forest. Before bed, you walk it again. And at night, your brain says, oh, this path seems important. Let's pave it. That's the science behind Speakify Sleep Learning. Your brain already works hard while you rest. We just teach it where to focus. So, if your brain is secretly your best night student, what kind of English should it actually listen to? Stick around because in the next part, I'll reveal the 3 levels of sleep learning, and only one of them really works. All right, now that you know your brain is working overtime while you sleep, the next question is, what kind of learning actually works, and what's just a bedtime myth? Because not every sound your brain hears at night becomes knowledge. Some methods help, others just become background noise. And I don't want you wasting your precious sleep hours on myths that don't work. So to keep things simple, I like to think of sleep learning as a pyramid. 3 clear levels. Each one builds on the one below it. Only one of them is solid science. Let's climb that pyramid together. Level 1. This is the level that science loves, and it's the one we use at Speakify. Here's how it works. During the day, you learn something. Maybe 10 new English words. You study them, you use them, you say them out loud. Then before bed, you gently remind your brain, hey, these matter. When you sleep, your night shift brain spots those same words again and starts polishing them. Imagine this. You learned the word grateful. Earlier you said, I'm grateful for my family. I'm grateful for my progress. Tonight, as you drift off, you hear a soft voice repeating, grateful. I am grateful for today. Being grateful brings peace. Your brain hears it and thinks, this again must be important. So it locks it in tighter like saving a favorite file. That's level 1, the foundation. It's simple, proven, and incredibly effective. But what if you go a step higher? What if you play new English words you've never studied before? That's level 2. Let's climb. This level is interesting and a little mysterious. It's where you listen to new English content while you sleep. Maybe a podcast, a short story, or a dialogue you've never heard before. Now let's be honest, your brain won't wake up having memorized every new word, but something else happens. Something subtle. It starts to recognize patterns. The rhythm of English, the way sentences flow, how voices rise and fall. Think of it like listening to a foreign song again and again. You may not understand it, but one day you catch yourself humming the tune. That's your subconscious learning the melody of the language. Now, does it work? My suggestion? Master level 1 first. Once it feels natural, you can experiment with level 2, but keep it calm, simple, and gentle. And that brings us to the final level, the one that sounds magical, but isn't. Level 3. Here's where so many people get fooled. You've seen the headlines, learn English while you sleep, become fluent overnight. Sounds amazing, right? Except it's not true. Your brain in deep sleep is busy with repair and recovery. It's not taking grammar lessons, it's filing and restoring. You can't go from zero English to fluent just by playing an audiobook all night. You can't master tenses or pronunciation in your dreams. And anyone who promises that is selling you fantasy, not fluency. But don't be disappointed, because here's the twist. You don't need that myth to be true. Level 1 alone can boost your vocabulary retention by up to 70%. That means the words you learn today stick tomorrow. You recall them faster, pronounce them better, and feel more confident speaking them. That's huge progress, quietly happening every night. So tonight when you go to bed, remember, you're not just sleeping. You're training your brain to remember what matters. And now that you know the truth about what works and what doesn't, it's time to see how to put this into practice. Because next I'll show you the exact 7-step method we built at Speakify. A simple system that turns this science into a real nightly routine. All right, now that you know what works while you sleep, it's time to learn how to make it work for you. I call this the Speakify Sleep Learning System, a simple 7-step method that transforms your regular nights into quiet English learning sessions. Every step builds on the one before it, so don't rush. Just follow along, and soon this will feel like part of your bedtime routine. Ready? Let's begin. Step 1. The golden hour. This is where everything begins. About 2 to 3 hours before bed, give yourself 20 to 30 minutes of focused English study. Pick one theme, not 10, not everything. 1. Maybe travel English, daily routines, workplace phrases, or emotions and feelings. Right here on the Speakify channel, you'll find theme videos for each of these. Choose one, watch it, and take notes by hand. Writing connects muscle and memory. Say each new word aloud as you write. Use it in a sentence that belongs to your real life. For example, exhausted. I'm exhausted after a long day. When I feel exhausted, I rest. Simple. You're not memorizing, you're planting seeds. And tonight, your brain will water them. Step 2. The pre-sleep review. About half an hour before bed, slow everything down. No screens, no rushing. Find a calm spot, your bed, a chair, wherever you feel safe. Take out your notebook. Read each word slowly. Say it 3 times. Close your eyes and picture yourself using it. Let's try it together. Confident, confident, confident. I feel confident when I speak English. Confidence comes from practice. Beautiful. That small act tells your brain, these are tonight's priorities. Keep it light. 10 minutes is enough. Step 3. Set up your sleep audio. Now we add the nighttime soundtrack. This is where science meets serenity. Before you fall asleep, you'll let your brain drift into a soft stream of familiar English. Slow, soothing, and beautifully repetitive. You'll need gentle English audio that matches what you studied, not random content. It should be soft, about 30 to 40% of normal volume. Focused on your topic, repetitive and relaxing. Don't worry, you don't have to make this yourself. We're preparing a Speakify Sleep Learning playlist just for you. Carefully crafted audios designed to match whatever topic you studied that day. Here's a small example. Good night. You've done well today. Breathe in and let the day go. Tomorrow you'll wake up rested and ready. I wake up early. I make my bed. I brush my teeth. I drink warm tea. I feel calm, focused, peaceful. English is becoming easier for me. My mind remembers what matters. I am learning, even in my dreams. Step 4. Timing is everything. Start the audio when your head actually touches the pillow, not while scrolling your phone. Set a sleep timer for 60 to 90 minutes. That's your brain's best window for memory reinforcement. After that, let silence take over. Deep sleep needs peace. Think of it like warming your brain before it dives into its organizing shift. Step 5. The custom conversation method. Now for the heart of the Speakify difference. Instead of endless word lists, we use gentle conversations. Picture this scene playing softly as you drift. Good morning, Sarah. How did you sleep? I slept peacefully, thank you. I feel rested and refreshed. That's wonderful. What time do you usually wake up? I wake up at 7 and make coffee. Each phrase, sleep, refreshed, wake up, make coffee, appears naturally, wrapped in rhythm and emotion. Your brain doesn't just memorize words, it absorbs flow and feeling. That's what our sleep learning sessions deliver. You're not forcing study, you're listening to comfort. Step 6, the personal recording. If you want to take it a step further, record yourself. There's something special about hearing your own voice. Your brain recognizes it instantly. Say each word, its meaning, in a short sentence. For example, motivated. Feeling eager to do something. I'm motivated to learn English every day. Motivated, motivated, motivated. Record 5 to 7 words like this, leaving small pauses. Play it on a loop for an hour while you fall asleep. This is optional, but it personalizes your journey. Step 7. The morning reflection. When you wake up, before you reach for your phone, sit up and think, what do I remember from last night? Spend 1 minute recalling yesterday's words. No pressure, just try. Write down what comes easily. You'll be amazed how much sticks. Keep a small notebook by your bed and track your progress. Day 1, remembered 5 words. Day 7, remembered 8. Day 14, remembered all. Watching that growth builds motivation like nothing else. Once you do this for a week, it feels effortless. You won't just be studying English, you'll be living with it, peacefully. Your bedroom becomes a language studio. Your dreams become practice sessions, and your sleep, your most productive teacher. So get ready, because coming up next, we'll set some realistic expectations, what to expect, what not to, and how to keep this journey steady. All right, everyone, let's get real for a moment. Sleep learning is incredible, but it's not magic. And this is exactly where many people get discouraged and quit. I don't want that to happen to you. So let me be completely honest with you right now about what sleep learning will not do. What sleep learning will not do, it won't make you fluent in 30 days. I wish it would. But fluency takes time, consistent practice, and a mix of different methods. Sleep learning is a booster, not a shortcut. It won't teach complex grammar rules. You can't master the difference between past perfect and present perfect while unconscious. Grammar needs your awake brain, thinking, practicing, making mistakes, learning. It won't fix pronunciation overnight. Correct pronunciation comes from listening carefully and speaking actively over time. Sleep learning reinforces, it doesn't replace practice. It won't work if you skip daytime study. Remember, your brain can't strengthen what it hasn't already seen. Sleep learning is the secret filing system, not the initial lesson. Results may vary. Everyone's brain is different. Some notice changes fast, others take more time, and that's perfectly okay. But here's what sleep learning will do, and this is powerful. What sleep learning will do. 1. It will dramatically improve your vocabulary retention. Words will stick in your memory 60 to 70% better than without sleep learning. 2. You'll recall words faster in conversation. That frustrating moment, what was the word again, will happen less and less. 3. Pronunciation patterns will improve naturally. Your brain hears correct English while it's in learning mode. 4. Phrases and words will start jumping out at you when you hear real conversations. 5. You'll feel more confident overall because you'll actually remember what you study, and confidence is everything in language learning. Realistic timelines to expect. Week 1, don't expect big changes yet. Your brain is adjusting, organizing, noticing words. You might wake up thinking about English. That's your brain warming up. Weeks 2 to 3. Now it gets interesting. Words and phrases start resurfacing naturally. You'll find yourself recalling vocabulary you studied 2 weeks ago, almost as if your brain quietly rehearsed it while you slept. Weeks 4 to 6. Your retention improves noticeably. Words you thought were hard are easier to remember. Conversations feel smoother. The pathways your brain built are solidifying. Month 3 and beyond. Sleep learning becomes a powerful habit. Your vocabulary foundation is strong, your recall is fast, and you'll wonder how you ever studied without it. But here's the key. The people who succeed aren't looking for magic. They don't expect shortcuts. They combine sleep learning with daytime study, speaking, reading, and practice. Sleep learning isn't a magic wand. It's a multiplier, your secret advantage. It takes the work you already do and makes it stick. Faster, stronger, better. That's the power of learning while you sleep. That's the winning formula. That's what works. Tonight, before you close your eyes, think, which 3 words do I want my brain to rehearse while I sleep? Imagine them gently floating into your long-term memory. And notice how your recall improves over the next few days. So don't expect sleep learning to do all the work, but do expect it to make your work pay off much, much better. And tomorrow morning, when a word pops into your mind effortlessly, smile. That's your brain quietly celebrating its night shift. Starting tonight, here's something that's going to make you way more likely to actually do this. Make a public commitment. Right now, pause this video and go leave a comment below. Tell me which theme you're going to start with tonight. Just write something simple like, starting with daily routines tonight, or trying the travel English session today. I'll be reading those comments and cheering you on. Plus, you'll see all the other people in the Speakify community who are doing this with you. You're not alone in this journey. Speaking of community, if you haven't already, please subscribe to Speakify, the English podcast. We release new episodes every week, including new themed learning videos and new sleep learning sessions. Hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode. And if you found this helpful, share it with someone else who's learning English. Learning together is more fun than learning alone. This is Ross from Speakify, the English podcast, reminding you that every night is an opportunity, every sleep is potential, and every morning is progress. Good luck, everyone. You're going to do great.